All right. Well, hey guys, welcome to Parkview Student Ministries. I'm Mike DeWard, and this is
Lindsay, your favorite intern.
Yay!
the favorite intern is her actual title. Don't ask why, or maybe do. It's however you guys want to do it. If you're here, please just show up in the chat. Let us know. We'd love to give you a shout out. As you noticed, we have a slight change. It's a beautiful picture and fireplace. It's not at the church. We're not at the church because the Butte Street is shut down right now, and so instead of trying to figure out how to do that, we are here at Andrew's house. Oh God, what were you doing?
It was on caps locks. It screwed everything up.
Josh was gonna shout at you. Hey Miriam, what up?
Hi Miriam.
Sup?
She quotes sup. Can you say sup back to her?
Sup?
This is
Sup,
it's
Miriam?
like Dora now.
Yeah.
Sup?
Can you say sup?
Yes, I can. I'm a grown person.
Good job!
Arriba, arriba!
Okay, so the way tonight's going to work, it's a little bit different. If you didn't know, the sixth graders have the option to step up, and eighth graders have the option to step up into the high school sort of side of our ministries. And so because of that, we thought we would just come down to two Zooms. We would have one Zoom for the junior high kids. We would have a second Zoom for just the high school kids. So whether you're a guy or a girl, you can just head to your respective age group's Zoom call. That way you can kind of meet everybody.
And see all the friends again.
Look, it's David, Elizabeth, and Andrea. They're all here. They're watching.
Nice.
It's very exciting.
Welcome.
And there's Lauren.
Welcome.
She said hi. Can you say hi?
I was saying welcome to, yes, I can say hi. I was saying welcome to David, Elizabeth, and Andrea, and hello, Lauren. I hope you've had a great day today. But our two Zooms also will give you a chance to see all of your other friends too, aside from just your small group and your Bible study group.
And so I'll kind of start to clarify some things. As a church, community groups are starting to meet again, and they're being allowed to meet in person. And so for us as a youth ministry, we are also going to start kind of opening ourselves up in that particular way. So smaller groups will start to meet in person as we continue to follow the same sort of model that Big Church is doing. And what you'll see is a lot of those meetings are going to be outside. We want to create the best possible, kind of social distancing. We're far enough apart, right? Six feet, right? Don't, Lindsay.
We're good.
Okay. Anyways, so we've got that going on. We're just kind of working towards that. So if you notice that some of the Bible studies, some of the other things, you have leaders who are like, hey, can we meet somewhere, do something? That's kind of what's going on, and we're totally aware of that and on top of it. So that's kind of what's going on moving forward. I don't quite know where we're going to start meeting in person as a youth ministry, but as we watch kind of Big Church do this, we'll follow along. So if you're a parent, just kind of watch this. Hey, it's Rachel Spence and also Lily. They're both here.
They're both
Hi.
here. Welcome. And welcoming them into our youth
But
ministry.
I got in trouble because I didn't sup, Miriam, and you're just helloing the rest of these people. I don't understand the rules here. Favorite intern revoked. Normal intern.
Normal intern now.
I don't know. Andrew, favorite intern.
Are you serious? Of all the people.
Of all the people! He just went to the bottom of the list. It was like, you're the super...
I thought we would just,
It was like a 90s kids sports movie where it's like, I see potential in this guy, no one else does.
Yep. That's very nice. So, anyways,
We love
we
him.
have a great game for you tonight. And that game is, so we brought our resident TikTok expert, Lindsay Hippen,
Yes.
which is surprising. We just filmed a TikTok
We did.
today, and I said, man, we need to get some more TikToks ready to roll. And Sarah turned to Josh and said, we need to research TikTok. Josh's phone is, I think, from the 1990s.
He's updated.
Listen, I'm sorry.
Held together by athletic tape that I'm pretty confident
Zoom in
came
closer.
into play in Ukraine. Pretty confident that's when that happened.
What's stopping you from getting a new phone?
Because it still works.
It's a functional phone. I don't quite know why. he continues. Anyways, it's but so Josh is going to be hard on the looking through TikTok and really figuring out just what kind of good TikTok content we can produce as a group. So if you haven't followed us, there are a couple of different ways they can follow us, right?
Yeah.
It's Facebook. We do that a fair amount.
Yeah.
We have the Instagram. We do the TikToks occasionally. That's a thing that we do.
We have an email address.
We
that
do
you can
have.
email us.
Yes.
If you have any questions or concerns, they go to Mike, not me. Or now that Andrew's a favorite intern.
That's true. Why can you?
Andrew.
Yeah. So if you have any problems or concerns, you can just let Andrew know. That's he's off camera right over there. So I know that you.
Oddly enough, the email's the same. Lindsay.hippen.
So anyways, otherwise, so if you're like an incoming parent or a family or whatever, my phone number is on our Facebook post. My email's on there. We showed you kind of the different places that we like to be. Hey, it's Heath. I didn't see Heath, but now I see Heath. Hi, Heath. Yeah, well, you didn't say anything. Anyways. Okay, so we've got a game. TikTok expert here, Lindsay. We're going to watch it. It is called TikTok Tussle.
Yes.
Okay, what is the purpose of this game?
So I believe we're going to play 2 TikToks.
Yes.
We're going to show 2 TikToks on the screen for you guys here. And then we're going to try and decide which video has the most views or is it likes.
I'm not sure. It's one or the other. Why don't we play? If you click next on the PowerPoint slide,
we will see.
It's got some just some music or something. Okay. Yep. Yeah, this is great. Look at this multimedia. It's okay. Here we go. So I think this is the rules here. We got the rules. So this is how we play. More views. More views.
Most views.
Okay. Now remember, you're attempting. You're playing for pride here. So just as soon as you see it, I want you to put down which one you think has more views.
Yes.
Okay. And a reminder that at the end of this, we'll have a little award ceremony where you won't get anything except my respect.
Yes.
I don't know what
Mine as
Lindsay's.
well.
Okay.
If you win,
yeah.
then
Okay.
I'll contact you to help me think of new TikTok ideas.
Ooh. Okay.
So,
there we go.
You'll be contacted by me
And
to help
consulted.
You'll become a consultationist.
Yes.
Consultant.
And we'll
No,
talk all
I
things.
like the way I said it better. All right. Are we ready? First one up. Let's go. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Nope.
All right. Well.
Could you show us?
No, so what happened is I was looking for Mike's power cord.
All right.
Here we go.
I love these. Oh, so good.
I love it. I've seen these ones and then none of the rest of them. I think everybody saw the answers already, so we got a lot of votes for 2.
I would probably vote for 2, but I think 1.
I like 1 more.
Yes, I agree. I like number 1 more, but number 2 was more like virtually like put together, if that makes sense. Like they put a lot of time into it.
Lily's not sure. The Spences vote 1. Oh, Lily also voted 1.
Okay.
So we've got 2 votes for 2 and 3 for 1. So make sure you get your votes in, and we're gonna get going here. 3, 2, 1, and
Oh, it was number 1.
it's number 1.
I was surprised, but also not surprised because I did like that one more.
Yes,
but-
right. It's a little more sentimental. Oh, there we go. See, the hard part. I bet the kind of delay is people are still voting, so
Sure.
they're gonna be like, oh, okay, here we go.
Okay, next one.
All right, so our next one is, here we go.
I'm gonna show you how to get it. It go right foot up, left foot slide,
We could do this
left
one.
foot up, right foot slide. Basically, I'm saying either way we about to slide. Can't let this one slide.
How are they like up high? I'm
Yeah.
trying.
Worst leaders.
definitely think it's number 2.
That
guy is TikTok famous though. He gets like
see, I don't know.
David Dobrik.
Yeah, all I know is his first name, David.
That's
I'll take the
clearly
opposite.
Howie Mandel. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna go with 1. I think
I think
1.
number 2. I really do think number 2.
Okay.
But okay, so we have a few people that say 2.
I think these are new now. Everyone under
I would
Sarah.
agree. Okay, nice.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm voting to.
A lot
keep
of people say 2, so I think it's 2.
But Lisa has seen number 1.
Right? Isn't that the best when you're like, well, I've only seen 1 out of these 2, so it must have been that one.
Well, Lisa, I've only seen number 2. I've never seen number 1 on my TikTok feed.
The Googly Litzes went with 1. See, I'm gonna go with my heart. I want to be contrarian to a T. So,
Okay.
you know, you gotta do what you gotta do.
And it is. Yes! Win.
12.5 million.
That is a
Wow.
lot. I told you, the guy is TikTok famous.
I don't know what that means.
YouTube famous.
YouTube famous.
Oh.
He started on Vine.
He started on Vibe.
Which
then
is
went
TikTok without Chinese monitoring.
Alright.
Next TikTok.
Don't say Chinese monitoring on this YouTube. You'll get us canceled. I don't know why. I'm confused. Anyways.
Alright, next one.
All right, here we go.
Next video.
I love it.
That one kind of good.
Oh, there's no question. It's the dog one. It's 2 all the way.
That is so funny.
There's no way.
No.
The first one is nice, but the second one has a dog.
The first one reminds me a lot of Andrew and his mother, something that they would create.
Just like on the regular. Like, it's not even for the Vine or the TikTok or whatever. You're not doing it for the gram. It's just, they're like, this is life right
On
now.
a regular basis, like a weekly basis, whenever Andrew goes
That's
home.
what the Brooks household is
That
like.
That is what
Obviously.
Yeah, see, I think a lot of people are on my boat that
I would-
dog kind of sells it
Yeah, no,
here.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
It's
But
just-
number 1 just made me really uncomfortable. Sorry.
Welcome to my office. I'm fairly regularly. It's just the way it goes. It is
Okay.
uncomfortable sometimes, but it's okay. We're all good.
Okay, majority of people are saying 2.
Twos,
so I would
yeah.
agree with that.
I think we can. Oh.
I don't even have TikTok.
Oh.
I love that, Lisa.
My
That's
question-
probably 100%.
Lisa, if you don't have TikTok, how do you keep seeing these? That's what I want to know. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Like, if you're not like actively like on the TikTok, how do you see any of these?
This is true. Alright, which one is it, Josh?
Yeah. See,
18.2 million. Of
that
a
one was
dog
more than
eating.
the other one.
Wow.
That was 6 million,
That's
almost 6
impressive.
million more.
People like dogs more than Howie Mandel.
I guess.
Makes sense.
I know. Yeah,
Alright.
that makes sense.
Interesting.
All right, here we go.
Look, Daddy, I made a waffle.
But can you eat it?
No.
Watch and learn. Come on.
Whoa! I like pancake and waffle. Pancake, waffle. Pancake, waffle.
That one also made it.
I'm just, it's weird. Do you remember when that was a thing?
Yeah.
Like when they were
a
like,
day.
on this day you can balance a broom. It's
And
just
like at
you
a
can.
certain time too.
Well, I think it's just more that you can always balance a broom. And people
can't.
said
I'll be
that.
honest, I can't.
I don't know. Andrew, go get a broom.
Show us a broom. Let's see if we can do it.
I believe in us.
Sarah
What do you
says no.
think?
This, I don't really know.
All right,
They
here
both
we
are a
go.
little weird.
This is a broom. See?
You can't do it in the middle because it'll be blocked by the.
We'll do it over here.
Here we go.
Okay. See?
Oh, see? But I'm pretty close.
But it's still falling.
It might be.
It's because it only happens on that day. Okay, never mind.
Oh.
Here, you try.
I,
This is what everybody came to youth group to watch.
Fact check.
Us looking at it. Okay, so I feel like we've got a fair It's like 4-2, 1-2. You know,
I don't know. This one has me stumped. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean,
But I think number 2 because I feel like that blew up.
I
It did
think
happen.
TikTok has like those weird like dumb TikToks
Uh-huh.
that like everyone's like, oh, you gotta watch this, and
Right.
you're like, it's a room full of brooms.
Right. I'm
Why?
number 2. My vote's number 2.
Okay, let's
You guys
just
are in
see.
stark disagreement with chat.
Yep. Chat is in the one.
Dang.
Oh, chat.
Waffles always win.
It was Legos.
But if Waffles had gone against Eating Dog, Waffles lost. 5.4
How do we know the
million.
dog didn't eat a waffle?
This is true.
That seems like a winner. Somebody get on that right now. If you want to be TikTok famous,
Have your
get your dog
eating
eating
a waffle.
in a shirt.
You
Yes.
broke the algorithm.
Yep.
All
we,
right.
we nailed it. We figured out the TikTok algorithm. There we go. Words are hard.
It's a big word.
Yeah.
My loneliness is killing me, and I must confess that I still believe I'm not gonna do it, girl. I'm just thinking about it. I'm not gonna do it. I did.
Okay, that
I missed it.
these really remind me of Andrew and Sarah too. Andrew is definitely number 1, and number 2 is definitely Sarah.
I missed what the second one
We
said.
had that
Just out
conversation
people
of
left and right. I love it.
downloading TikTok. But you weren't gonna download it, and then you did do it, and now you watch it, and you're addicted. And number 1 is something Andrew would have done during quarantine. It's something he probably did.
Singing a weird Britney Spears kind of remix.
It's a good
remake.
thing we don't have security cameras in my house.
1, 2.
But
Weird stuff.
I'm thinking it's number 2. I think
Okay.
number 2 is the most relatable.
Nice.
I
Yeah.
number 2 with really.
I think everybody's going number 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'll vote number 1 just again. Number 1 needs some love. Like,
Okay.
who doesn't want to see a beautiful cut piece of bread that you can sit
That
in?
was really nice.
Yeah, it was- I mean, right? You can't argue with a nice cut piece of bread.
All right.
A nice little French loaf.
Baguette.
No, that was more than a baguette.
Baguette. A baguette.
This
Why
is
did you say it like
this is a
that?
weird turn. All right, let's see it. Let's see it.
Wow.
Ah, that's right, baby. Midwest Coast.
Wow.
And I must confess.
I mean, you can't. Britney Spears.
Wow, very
That
wow.
song came out when I was in junior high.
Wow.
Very confident. It's uncomfortable to think.
You guys remember how we said that the winner would get to consult with Lindsay? Has anyone been keeping score?
Oh, I'll go back.
Sarah.
It's all right. The person amongst us who cares about like accuracy and consistency will go look at it. All right, let's do the next one.
No, it's too hard. We'll just.
Just you'll know. Just let us know
Is
if you
this a
think you
cat
know.
or a
It is.
dog?
It's like a cat.
It's a cat. It's clearly a cat.
I don't like cats. I don't really didn't like that.
That's so cool.
What just happened here? Like for real? What?
He's
I
a
mean,
robot.
I will always think animal will trump whatever a human does. So I'm going with 1.
I really didn't like 1, so I'm gonna go for 2.
What did you not like about 1?
I
That
don't like cats, and I was afraid it was like gonna start running.
you're
Yeah,
waiting for that
the
one
jump
TikTok
scare.
where
Jump
it's
scare.
like, oh, you better wait for it, and then it's the ball coming right at you.
Yes, I thought that was what's gonna happen.
I just skip those now. If I'm at all kind of nervous about it, I'm like, nah, I'm out. I'm out. I
Not
don't need
worth
that in my life.
I think it was number 2. Number 2, we put a lot of effort into that. Like that is really talented.
I just think
Try to recreate
people
it
like
right now.
animals more than they like people.
I really can't do a robot move. It's not a structure.
That's all she does.
Well, this is like normally what people do, but I just can't do it.
The elbow.
It
Nice.
just kind of flows.
The house divided, the googly it says R.
Okay.
That's very nice. All right, here we go.
Nice. I won.
I mean, there really wasn't anything going on in the cat video, so it's not overly surprising. But you
It
know.
can't be.
Oh, that's fine.
Nice. Well, kudos to number 2.
All right, this
Great
is
job.
going to be our last one here of the night, and then Andrea's going to come on and chit chat with us. So, all right, I'm ready. I'm ready.
That's what I said. He did. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what in the world? Don't do it, kids. You know what I'm saying? Think about it like, huh? Oh, great. Right.
That was so cute.
Adorable.
Yes, I like them. Okay.
Now, isn't this Jason Derulo?
Oh my gosh, no.
John Legend?
This is Twitch and Allison Boss.
I don't know.
I don't know who that is.
Allison was on Dancing with the Stars, and her husband.
My
He's a
problem is
professional
I just don't know any of these people, so I just say
Twitch is
like
on Ellen. Twitch.
like I just said a
Almost
name that I was like I've seen TikToks with him before.
Yeah. He has a TikTok song. Too.
That what?
This one. Is Jason Derulo's.
Yeah. See, okay. There we go.
Uh-huh.
I hate that TikTok.
That's funny. Okay, I think this one's hard because number 2, they're
Did
also
anyone
TikTok
else's
famous.
live stream end? Oh, it dispenses. It's just their internet. It's all right.
Okay, what I was saying. Number 2, they're TikTok famous, but number 1 has babies, and a lot of people like babies.
I'll go with
Logic.
TikTok famous. I don't
I
think
think
you
it's
can
number
beat
1.
that.
Speaking of, I've seen this new trend around TikTok lately, and
Uh-huh.
we're 100% going to try it, but I can't share it now because
Okay.
I gotta get your guys' first reaction for it.
I have a spoon that was in my pocket.
We have 2 spoons.
No, but this one was in my
Oh,
pocket.
this one's yours.
See the spoon?
Yeah, don't give Mike my spoons.
Okay, anyway, I think it's number 1.
You see here? It's a spoon. I like it. All right, so people are going 1. I'm voting 2. That's what I'm gonna vote. I think that's the one that we got going on here.
Yes, 19 point. I told
Wow.
you, people like babies.
That's true. People like animals and babies.
That's what will get you TikTok famous. If you have a baby and an animal in one video, boom, instantly famous.
Absolutely. All right. Well, hey, we're gonna make Sarah spend inordinate amount of time after this, so you might hear from us tomorrow.
Yep.
She's gonna compile everybody's votes and figure out what people were the highest, so that Lindsay
Can reach out to you.
reach out to you. So, anyways, we're having fun. Hopefully, you had some fun playing this game with us. And so, what we do now, or what we like to do now, is we have somebody come up. We're gonna share the lesson, okay, and then we're gonna break out into our Zooms and have some fun together. So, you ready, Andrew?
Yeah.
All right,
Terminal.
here comes Andrew!
Hey guys, welcome to my crib. What is that? Isn't there like a 90s?
MTV. Hey, what's up? Welcome to my crib.
Yeah. Hey guys, welcome to Andrew's house, as I like to call it. My roommates don't call it that. But today we are talking about fear. We're starting this 2-week series talking about fear. And I changed it a little bit without really kind of telling people before I changed it. So, you may have saw some posts or gotten some emails that said, hey, we're focusing on 2 Samuel.
First Samuel.
1 Samuel. Obviously, since I know about that, we're not doing that.
You passed the test.
Yes. But today we are doing our first night of talking about fear. And fear is something that I think we've all experienced in our own life. Sometimes we have these legitimate fears, sometimes we have illegitimate fears. Some of my fears, it's probably a bad idea to tell you guys this, but I really don't like clowns. I can't stand a clown that come up to me like with a large red mouth and the weird eye thingies. It just doesn't look natural to me, and that terrifies me. A fun story. It's really not just clowns. It's anything that looks human but is not. So like scarecrows are also off the table. People dressed up as animals, like Chuck E. Cheese, also off the table. And don't do that stuff. Story time with Andrew. This was at one of my friend's birthday parties at Chuck E. Cheese, which was a blast until Chuck E. Cheese decided to come out and mingle amongst the people for
Was
my
this
friend's
last
birthday.
year?
It wasn't last year. I won't say what year it was.
So it was recent.
So it was. He was in high school.
No, I was probably like 6 or 7, somewhere around there. I was young. But I saw Chuck E. Cheese come out, and my instinctive reaction was to be like, I'm running to the play place, to the tunnels, like dive in there and like climb to the tallest part I could get in there, and be like, Chuck E. Cheese can't fit in here. He doesn't fit because he's a big puffy mouse, and those tubes are too small because they're made for kids. And so like I ran from that. I may have been also scarred by that because my friend then proceeded to pull off Chucky's head. So all in all, it was a great birthday experience for my friend, but not so much for me. But we all have these fears in our life that can impact our life negatively. Like my illegitimate fear of people in stuffed animal costumes or scarecrows. Like I ran away from my friend's birthday because of that. But some of our other fears that are legitimate, like we're not legitimate, but not as childish as that, also do impact your life. Of I don't open up to people easily because I am scared of being vulnerable with people. I'm scared that they might be disappointed in me. I'm scared of taking chances because I think I might fail. And all of these things have negative impacts on my life. They impact my relationships with people because I keep them at a distance. They impact my activities because I'm like, I'm not going to try this new thing because I think I might fail. And it also impacts my relationship with God because I don't step out in faith to pursue Him. So today we're really talking about how we can kind of grow past our fears, how we can acknowledge our fears, but not be controlled by them or crippled or paralyzed in that moment. So today we're going to look at a pretty famous passage. It is Matthew 14, I believe it is 22 to 33. I'm going to pull it up here.
Yes.
Yes. It is the passage about Jesus walking on the water and the disciples being out in the lake with them. So it starts out with immediately Jesus made the disciples get into the boat and go on ahead of him to the other side while he dismissed the crowd. After he had dismissed them, he went up on the mountainside by himself to pray. Later that night, he was there alone, and the boat was already a considerable distance from the land, buffeted by the waves because the wind was against it. Shortly before dawn, Jesus went out to them walking on the lake. When the disciples saw him walking on the lake, they were terrified. "It is a ghost," they said, and cried out in fear. But Jesus immediately said to them, "Take courage, it is I. Don't be afraid." "Lord, if it is you," Peter replied, "tell me to come to you on the water." "Come," he said. Then Peter got down out of the boat, walked on the water, and came towards Jesus. But when he saw the wind, he was afraid and beginning to sink, cried out, "Lord, save me!" Immediately, Jesus reached out his hand and caught him. "You of little faith," he said, "why do you doubt?" And when they climbed into the boat, the wind died down. Then those who were in the boat worshipped him, saying, "Truly, you are the Son of God." All right, so looking at the situation, it starts out with Jesus kind of finishing his time preaching to people on the shores of the Lake of Galilee. And Jesus sends the disciples to go get stuff ready for him on the other side of the lake because he was going to go there next. And Jesus goes to spend some time alone in prayer. and the storm kind of comes up and starts whipping the water into this frenzy with large waves. And the disciples most of them are really skilled boaters. They fish for a living, so they're used to it, but even they were kind of afraid of this type of weather. And then Jesus starts walking on the water to them. Like, that's so crazy to me to think of Jesus walking on this stormy lake. And the disciples are freaking out. They're like, it is a ghost, because that's not a normal situation. You don't normally see someone walking on water in the middle of this storm. So they're afraid. They're like, it's a ghost. And if you know anything about Peter, he is a disciple who oftentimes says things before he thinks about them. And he takes these bold steps. He just goes for whatever he thinks is right at that moment. So in that moment, he's like, if you are Jesus, tell me to walk on the water, to come out to you. And Jesus is like, yes, come out to me. I will take care of you. I will support you. I'm telling you to come to me. And Peter does. And that's like the crazy thing to me is Peter then starts walking on the water. He didn't immediately just sink. He was walking on the water towards Jesus. But then we see something change. It says that Peter became afraid of the waves around him because they were crashing. They were getting him soaking wet. And he looked away from Jesus. He stopped focusing on Jesus in this situation. He let his fear then control him to become bigger in his eyes than Jesus. And that is when we see Peter start to sink. To really be in danger was when he lost sight of Jesus and what Jesus can do for him in that situation, of how Jesus was going to take care of him. And I think we all do this in our own life. We know that Jesus loves us. It says so in the Bible, and that he will take care of us no matter what. There are so many true stories in the Bible that point to Jesus loving us, taking care of us. I mean, the fact that he died for our own sins, he didn't have any sins of his own. He didn't have to die. He chose to die for us because he loves us. He wants to take care of us. We know that he is going to take care of us no matter what happens. But sometimes we let these fears in our life become bigger than Jesus. We let the waves become these huge tsunamis that eclipse our view of Jesus. We no longer see him as the God of the universe, the creator of everything, the one who died for us so that we could be in a relationship with him. We instead see these fears, these insecurities that we have, as bigger. And these fears can prey on us like a lion, just kind of pouncing on us and crippling us, pinning us down. But there is a story earlier in the Bible. I'm going to bring Samuel in here now. There's a story in Samuel of this great warrior who courageously hunted down this lion. He went into the lion's own den where the lion lived and faced this lion because he was not afraid to face his lion, his fear. And that's what we should do in these situations. We should look to God as our strength, as the one who will help us walk above the waves, just like Peter was doing for the first time. Because God will support us. He is going to be the one that will take our hand when we're sinking and pull us up back to him. So that is kind of my challenge for you guys today, is to think about your life. What are the fears that you have? Maybe you have some of the fears that I have of being vulnerable with others. Maybe they won't like what they see inside of you. Or maybe you have other fears of, what's going to happen in the future. That's a hint at what's happening next week. So, tune in next week. But we know that God will be with us, just like Jesus was with Peter. He supported him. He pulled him out of the sinking sea to stand on the water. So that is my challenge for you guys, is to cling to God. In these times that are fearful, God will be with us to support us, no matter what. So we are going to transition to our Zoom small groups. So we'll have those in the chats. Again, it's going to be all of junior high together, all of high school together. So you 8th graders, you have the choice. You can either stay with the junior high or go to the high school. It's whatever you want. But we are going to now kind of transition over there. So start hitting up those Zoom groups now. If you guys have any problems, we'll be here to help you. So post any questions that you guys have going on. So we just want to thank you guys for joining us. And I'm going to pray for us really quick as we transition to Zoom. God, we thank you so much for who you are and how you have loved us. We thank you that we can rely on you when we are fearful. You are bigger than all of our fears, God. Nothing in this world can hurt us compared to you. You will take care of us, God. So I just pray that you bless our time together in these small groups. Guide our conversations and let us just have a time where we can be encouraged by one another to grow deeper in our relationship with you. We love you so much and praise in your son's awesome name. Amen. All right, hit up those Zoom groups, y'all. I will stay here for a little bit if you have any questions. As you can see, the password for those Zoom groups is Jesus, all lowercase. So if it accidentally puts an uppercase J, you probably will not get admitted. Still streaming?
Yep.
Okay, because you just changed a different picture there. It looked like. All right. So again, any comments? Thank you for the encouragement there, Sarah. Again, junior high's all together, high school's all together. Any questions, any troubles? We are here for you.
Tell them a joke.
Okay. All my jokes are kind of going out of my brain right now, but why did the chicken cross the road?
Why, Andrew?
I hadn't thought of punchline in time, so
Because
to get to the other side,
words?
that's where I was going with this.
Oh God.
I'm not a quick joker. It doesn't come naturally. It has to be like just hit me spontaneously. I can't just be like, hey, tell a joke now. The pressure just destroys my joke giving abilities. But,
Under pressure.
yes, that song is about me, if you didn't know. Always under pressure.
All right. Well, say goodbye.
All right. We'll see you guys later on Tuesday. We'll have Tom for Lou Tuesdays.